Hello, this is your friend Conservative Cat, and welcome to episode 8 of my playthrough of Dragon's Dogma. Today, we're going to be doing the next worm hunt quest of Fortress Besieged.
The choice is yours. Certainly. Then here are the details. We have urgent word from the Stone of the Southwest. A horde of goblins struck the fortress while it was still under repair, and they've claimed it. Though the hold is remote, its importance to our southern defenses is critical. We must reclaim it, and soon. The safety of the entire duchy rides on this matter. I would ask your help in resolving it. You have my thanks, sir. I shall send word to the hold presently. I've sent some of the Duke's swords on ahead already. Meet them there and lend them your arm. I await good word of your success.
This quest requires us to go to the Shadow Fort, which, if you remember, we opened up the passage for in the previous video, saving us a lot of trouble. So, after we have traversed, it's just a quick little jog over here. By the way, say hello to the new pawns. I've replaced Isabella and Rain with Storm Shadow and Silver there. Silver is a warrior, Storm Shadow a wizard. Before I hit the Shadow Fort, though, let me go ahead and show y'all something that's kind of fun nearby that y'all might want to look into. Oh, wait, we're being attacked. Oh yeah, this place is filled with traps, saurians, a lot of saurians, and goblins. Mostly goblins, though. We should be heading toward the west, but I'm actually going to head south first. By the way, I gave Mira some new spells, too. I've also invested in some more augments. One of which allows me to perfect block easier, which I'm going to be practicing a bit in this video. Perfect blocking allows you to... What you have to do is raise up your shield just before you get hit. And if you do that, time it right, you will lose less stamina, you'll knock them back, and if you're, depending on what augments or what passive skills you have, you can deflect them. And if your shield is enchanted, it'll apply some elemental damage as well. However, you have to be careful, because it's really difficult to do unless you have the Prescience augment, which makes it almost ridiculously easy to do. But you'll see my trials and triumphs of learning my way around the block proper here in a few minutes. Just south of the Merchants and Monsters entrance, however, is a camp. This camp has a merchant and someone you can go ahead and rest with, or send your items.
I was dispatched from the camp.
There are a couple of rest camps like this around Granzas. They allow you the opportunity to learn and set skills, which is kind of unique.
Come again.
And like I said, you can also send items back to Grand Soren using it. So it's kind of a nice little pit stop.
Just name it, sir.
And it's also cheaper than the Union Inn in Grand Soren.
Just name it. Come again.
And there's also this merchant here. He's not the best merchant in the game, but he has some decent healing supplies. See some nice food, some potent grain nourishes, all in limited amounts, of course. Lots of other neat stuff. Lots of magic arrows, too, if you're an archer guy. Some crafting equipment. Small selection of weapons. Still, the stuff in Caxton's, or in the shop we just opened up in the, quarry, is better stuff. It's a better selection of items. So, by the time we've met Jace here, we've either unlocked his stuff through another merchant, or surpassed it. Okay, let's head back up to the quarry, and then we'll make our way to the Shadow Fort, which is our destination. By the way, how do you like the new cloak? I'm kind of fond of it myself. There are also tripwires. Be careful not to trip them. And there's also a lot of goblins, which are going to be mostly seen as we are passing from the quarry to the Shadow Fort. We're also going to arrive at a place called Devilwood Grove. Sounds like a fun place, right? Oh, it's a world quest. Okay, sort of like the bosses, occasionally you will find places where goblins or other monsters have innocent people in cages, and they are torturing them or fearing them or whatever. Quest here is pretty easy. Kill them. Oh, congratulations, Mira. Kill them and you gain... Not only do you rescue the innocent villager... Ooh, that was nasty, Mira. Not only do you rescue the innocent villager, you also get a minor reward. Yes, they do. Oh wow, Mira's spell is awesome. Okay, so... Once you've killed all of the goblins... Once you've killed all the goblins, you will automatically pass the quest. Oh, we haven't killed them all yet. There's still a couple more. There we go. There's the last one. He's just kind of pleading, it looks like. There we go. Not bad. After she escapes, she will thank us for rescuing her. And after a few seconds, the game will go black so they can fade her out to safety. If you want to avoid the little loading screen thing, as soon as you rescue her, or whoever is inside, you can just start running and you'll avoid the black screen and still get credit. Because you've already killed them, you've already rescued them. Devilfire Grove. We're going to want to stick pretty close to the north, and we're not going to want to head too far south. Because there's a very dangerous monster here that I will show y'all in the future. But at this point in the game, we are under-leveled for him. And, well, I just don't want to do it. Huh. There we go. Plus, we need to preserve our combat capabilities for the quest ahead. Because this is... Remember, we are fighting to release a fort that was under siege. Obviously, this is a combat-heavy quest. It can be mildly difficult if you're unprepared. But overall, it's not too bad. The game, for the most part, while difficult, is pretty forgiving on... Ooh, that failed perfect block, by the way. Man, he is just bullying me. The game is pretty... you level up well with it if you are playing to the main quest. This means that you will have a reasonable challenge for your level that won't be too difficult if you're just sticking to the main quest line, and if you're not doing a bunch of side quests or whatever. At least that's my opinion. There we go. Not too far from the Shadow Fort now, just a couple more goblin parties. By the way, you see that? We're not only facing goblins, we are facing hobgoblins. That didn't do near as much damage as I was hoping. Very good. Make sure to pick up at least one rusted iron blade if you find it. We're going to need it for a quest later. And they fall rarely off of goblins, of which we kill by the boatload. especially around this area. And we've arrived at the Shadow Fort. Let's go ahead and see what awaits us within. Here we go. Outside of the Shadow Fort, you can see the Duke's men in the distance. Maybe it's just me, but they kind of look... Are you okay, Mira? Yeah, you're fine. Maybe it's just me, but they kind of look paunchy in that silly armor, you know? Anyways, let's go ahead and talk to the boss.
Judging from his fine armor, that man is likely to be the captain.
They're using the same armor.
Well met, sir. I take you for the Arisen. Sir Maximilian informed us of your coming. By your leave, I would ask you spearhead our force here. Our tactics are as such. We aim to strike from the front gate, but lack the time and means to batter down the doors. I ask that you pass through the hole you see there, and lay open the gate from within. I cannot say what may await you within. The danger is great, but I trust you will prevail.
Okay, the worm hunt quests are all pretty interesting. Aside from, I think the weakest ones are the Cipher and the not investigate the cult, the going to the temple, the water temple. Those are the least memorable, least entertaining. Shadow Fort is one of my favorites, though. It has a really nice story progression, I think. To go ahead and enter, we just drop down this hole right here next to the quest giver. And it brings us up through this bat-infested area. I hate bats. Not because they're difficult, because they're hard to hit. Gosh, so many! Okay. It brings us through this tunnel. You can just jump up here, and into a storeroom inside of the... Oh, goblins! Inside of the fort. Mildly guarded, but nothing too difficult down here. Okay. You shouldn't have too much trouble at this point. There's also quite a few chests around here, so be careful to make sure you pick up everything you need. Ooh, all those skulls. I need to get those from Silver at some point. Okay, you have two options. You can either go up through the front door. Didn't mean to talk to you, Storm Shadow. Let's go ahead and grab this in case we need it. Oh, one of the things I picked up was Sinew, which makes it a lot harder for you to get encumbered. There are two options. You can either go out that door, which is the front door, which will put us on the ground level, or you can follow what your pawns say and go up here to the top level. I recommend going up to the top level, because it is kind of a pretty bad melee up there. Down there. And we want to sort of get a layout of the land. The lever to open up the gate is missing, which means we're going to need to find it.
The lever to operate this must be here somewhere.
So what we're going to want to do to start this off is leap across this bridge. Very good. There's more goblins over here. There's also a ballista, but before you do that, make sure you fight these goblins so they don't try and bother you when you're on the bridge or on the ballista. I don't know if you heard that, by the way. That's not the only ballista here. There's two other ballistas across the little fort here, and I would recommend, if you're able, to go ahead and switch to the explosive bolts and try and shoot them out of the sky. If you can disable these two ballistas, it'll help immensely. It'll probably take one or two direct shots to actually destroy the ballista. Thanks, Storm Shadow. Mira is controlling it for some reason. Oh, Mira. Is she actually doing a good job? Oh, notice that health over there? Yeah. That means there's a couple bosses down there. Did you notice, by the way, if the ballista takes too much damage, it will get destroyed. We're gonna end up destroying a couple ballistas here ourselves. Let's head out into the courtyard and see what's down there, now that we have a bit of a better layout of the land. Okay. We can also just slide down the ladder here, which I think is what we'll do. Just making sure that the ballista is actually destroyed, by the way. Oh, don't want to do that. It's a bit too high to fall down. Slide down the ladder. Okay. Look what's out there. See it yet? Lots of goblins with torches, 2 ballistas,
Let's have a closer look at the wall.
and cyclopses. But more importantly, cyclopses. Now you're probably saying, Conservative Cat, what do you mean cyclopses? Well, that's because there are 2 cyclopses here. One right there, and another over there. Careful. If you manage to keep the ballista alive, you can do some serious damage with the ballistas before you even fight them. Maybe even outright kill them. The explosive ballista shots are just insane, since they pretty much always inflict burning. I would actually recommend, if you're fighting on foot and you've lost the ballista, to retreat in here first thing. This is not only where we need to go to find the lever, it'll also allow us to take shelter from the Cyclops so that we can kill some of the goblins. Until then, though, let's focus on causing a little trouble out here. There's various things to help you out, like check out this. Oh yeah, be careful to avoid getting hit with the ballistas. They can still very much hurt you. You can throw a bottle of some pretty dangerous venom right at this Cyclops. Oh yeah, I forgot. Silver has a war cry, which means that he draws aggro, even though he's a warrior. So he can't block or anything. He's not as defensive as we are as Andrew. Just gonna go ahead and get a flask of oil. Oh! Oh, that's not good. Please heal me. Ugh. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with my plan to begin with. Before my... And let's give it some fire now that we've oiled him, huh? This tactic, I can't believe I never thought of this before, or that I didn't look it up. But anyways, we got the poison, we got the burning damage, we got our standard damage dealing going on here with the sword. This guy is in serious pain. You can also see his buddy is kind of getting a little miffed at us. So I'm just going to let my pawns take care of him until we deal with one of them. That's one problem with the pawns. They're not too good at focusing. By the way, the lag, you see a little bit of game lag here. That's actually from the game itself. I was getting this on my Xbox. Okay, see, we've already killed one of them. Mirafell. Ow. There we go, she's all good. And we've almost killed one of the goblins. Sorry, cyclopses. No, they do not, Mira. We are kicking their asses right now. And that poison is still wearing on them. That is just a beautiful thing. He's so dead. So I'm getting kind of impatient here. Have you noticed that Cyclopses have kind of become trivial for us? They have. And did you see what he fell on? That's right. Little pot of oil here. So rather than a oil bottle, I'm going to go ahead and light them up the easy way. Or I would if I had fire. So he's just oiled right now. And he's already almost dead, too. My pawns have been wrecking him, I guess. There we go. Cyclopses are dead. At this point, we have pretty much claimed the courtyard. So with this, let's go ahead and head in and look for the lever. Just through here. Not only that, we can also claim a second port crystal. This is our third, I believe, on this playthrough. So we are in a good place. We're going to be planting these soon enough. There is our... Oh, it's a random scale code. Nice. But our lever is over here. Yes, it is, Mira.
What's that?
The rest of these cells are empty. There's not much reason to be here. However, there is a hole over here in this other room, which we can use. And there's a chest in here, but you remember me grabbing that. Let's go ahead and hop down. See what awaits us down here. Okay, these little holes, by the way, you need to be the smallest size possible in the game to get through them. At least, that's what I've heard. So about the size of a goblin is what we're looking at. I'm not that size. I think Mira might be the smallest possible. And you can toss a pawn through there if they could fit. I don't in this video. I might in the future. Since we will be coming here. We will be coming back here again sometime. Okay, before we head up there and open up the... Ooh, don't do that. Before we go and let our friends in, you have to be quick and hop up these scaffoldings or else you'll miss this chest over here. And that's about as high as we can scale. Meaning, let's go ahead and get ready. Well, let's try the other side first, just to make sure we got everything over there. It really behooves you to explore. We can't get in, so... And it looks like we are unable to do anything over here. So, without any further ado, let's jog here across the... Wait, did I see an oil bottle? I could have swore I did. You know what? It's not important. Let's go ahead and let our allies in. It's pretty important to clear out this place for the most part before you let them in. Otherwise, you risk a chance of losing the quest. Because if their commander dies, the Granz's force is routed. Oops, sorry. Still used the Dark Souls 2 controls. Right, so with the Cyclopses and the Ballista and all of the goblins still in here wailing on them, I've never been able to get them to survive. So, just clear out the area first. Because in addition, it'll spawn more... they'll spawn more goblins.
Now, we must rout the beasts for good. After me, man.
I'm gonna be honest here, this is a really cool sequence. You get this pretty sizable army versus an army of goblins. However, the goblins are pretty easy for us to kill. This is probably a group we could kill alone with little problem. It's also mostly hobgoblins, which are the tougher goblin breed. And it's being rained on by ballistas the entire time. And another cool thing, these guys are all in our party, so we can sort of swing around all we want and they will not get killed. By us, at least. And also, our healing spells will protect them. Once you've killed the initial volley group... Oh, wait, that's not good. Let's go ahead and get our allies healed. The pawns are pretty good. They will heal up the commander if he's getting too injured. Less so the other soldiers. So, let's go ahead and move this guy into the healing range of the anodyne. There we go. Oh, goblins coming. Once you've killed the initial group of goblins, I would recommend staying slightly ahead of the group and intercepting goblins as they spawn. This does a couple things. You're going to want to get the attention of the ballista so that they're not shooting at the Duke's men the entire time. So if you have their attention, you obviously don't want them getting caught in the explosive splash damage from the ballista shots. It can take a little bit for the goblins to muster up a force to attack us again. Because it's on a timer, I think. And it's a pretty generous timer. If they didn't, lobies and people who are new at the game could probably get killed really quickly. They spawn out of two holes. One of them is over here. The other one is across the courtyard. Just go ahead and intercept them. What they'll do is they'll hang around here until they've spawned enough goblins to where they can muster an attack on the Duke's men.
Here now! Open up! Come!
Things are going so bad they've let us in, meaning it's time to take this thing by force. By the way, how do you like that music? Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? So let's go ahead and, while we're here, try some perfect blocks. Not for him, though. We're just gonna slaughter him. Or them, because, you know, can't resist the urge to kill them both at the same time. This quest just has a really cool, epic feel to it. I would have liked to see more goblins, personally. However, I can understand the technical limitations and the possibility with dealing with low-level characters and people who are new to the experience. Because I'm not gonna lie, I failed the first time I did this one. I found it pretty difficult. And now look at me, I'm just like killing stuff like a pro. Let's head upwards now that we've explored this first floor. Lots of goblins here, and we're not done with the Cyclopses either. Fortunately, this Cyclops is considerably easier. By the way, remember this chest here, through a grate we cannot open. That's a perfect block! We have a pretty generous timing available to us as we are using the Prescience augment. It's pretty epic stuff, and it'll be great when we finally switch to Mystic Knight. Out here on the balcony, we find the other ballista. Now I'm just gonna be cruel to this little guy. Bye-bye. You can also... Oh! There we go. See him over there? Yep, our buddies are just kind of wrecking. Oh, having a little trouble here. And the ballista's dead. Great. Our buddies are just kind of stun-locking this stupid Cyclops. I am not kidding. That lightning spell is very good. High 11, I believe it is, or 11? Can't remember which variant I have. Either way, man, it keeps them stun-locked so bad. Why is that one goblin hiding in his crotch? I guess it's helped him survive my onslaught. Jeez. I feel like letting this one take a little spin too. I don't know if you noticed that, but while he was on fire and I was holding him, I was also taking a little fire damage, it looked like. Either that, or it was, just the boss mob, and I was getting confused there. Let's go ahead and cut through that armor. This is nothing new. We fought 2 of these guys in this quest alone. One thing that we worry about is to always keep further in, because like the goblins when we were heading up to the Barda Crags, you know, for No Honor Among Thieves, wait no, Thick as Thieves, with the female bandits, we can easily get knocked off here, and though it's not fatal at this height, it is still a bit of a damager. And it can be fatal if you're low leveled. The important thing is, we have effectively secured the top here. We've also stopped the ballista fire on our allies. Let's make sure there's nothing else before we head deeper into the fort. Looks like we're good. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and head further in. Make sure nothing here. Okay. Let's head further into the Shadow Fort. More goblins. Perfect block. Very nice. There, did you see that? That is an elemental perfect block. Beautiful at that, too. Okay. Oh, goblins. Oh, I didn't mean to shield drum. I meant to do compass slash. But my pawns ended up killing them before I could get the cool kill steal right there. Oh well. That's the door we need to enter to progress to fight the boss. However, let's go ahead and open up this chest first, because we won't get an opportunity to after we beat this boss. This is sort of like the Saurian. He's a unique boss. He's just a hobgoblin with extra health, though.
Think you won? Dead! You lot are finished! All the world finished! All will die! The dragon comes! Humans want destruction too! Humans want the dragon! Well, kill each other! Give all you like! The end is mine!
Oh, looks like we should give chase, huh? If you're quick enough, you can actually get down there and kill him in time. It takes either being at the right place or having a ranged weapon, and we just barely missed him.
The beasts are fled and the horde retaken! Victory is ours!
Victory!
Victory is ours! All glory to the Duke!
Very nice. Let's go ahead and talk to the commander first, before we head back to Maximilian. I want to get healed, though.
Magnificent, sir. The hold is ours once more. I've sent word of your feats onto the capital. The Duke will be most pleased. As are we all. Pray, accept this token of our thanks in esteem, Arisen. Still, their number was too great. No such horde existed in days past. I fear it an ill omen of things to come. Pray, let it not be too late to stem this tide.
Ah, good Arisen. Word of your victory over the Goblin Horde precedes you, sir. With the fort back in our hands, the south of Grancis is shielded once more. You've quelled yet another of His Grace's worries. May your success continue, sir.
Thank you for watching, and have a good day.